I was going to call this video Star Wars movie fatigue because in a few years' time, due to what I talk about in this video, I will be fatigued by Star Wars movies in a few years, but I've already done a video that's kind of called that, so yeah. Kane talks about things. I could probably do with a shave before I do this. Am I going to? Nah, I won't shave, forget it. So I don't think it's considered news anymore that we're going to be getting a new Star Wars movie every year for the next God knows how long, starting with Star Wars The Force Awakens that came out last year, and I feel like I've kind of been in this situation before, because I noticed the other day that I saw an article about Star Wars Rogue One, and it was an article saying, when is the trailer gonna drop, you know? Star Wars Rogue One is coming out this year, when are we gonna see a trailer? Maybe we'll see one, you know, attached to Civil War, which kind of ties into the whole Marvel thing I was talking about. But yeah, I saw a lot of people speculating about what they're gonna do with Star Wars Rogue One, what they're gonna do with it, when they're gonna drop the trailer, maybe Civil War, maybe the Super Bowl, and I couldn't help but think, I haven't really had a chance to digest Star Wars Force Awakens yet, and they're already trying to gear up for the next Star Wars movie, and I don't like it at all. I can't really put it into words how much I hate that it's now a thing, not just for movies, but for video games as well. If anything, video games do it more. If a franchise is popular and successful, then that's it. We're gonna get a new entry every single year. Maybe not always a numerical sequel, but, you know, every single year we will get more of the same franchise. We have Assassin's Creed doing it, we have Smash Bros doing it. Assassin's Creed is apparently, well, the thing is with Assassin's Creed said, we're not gonna do anything in 2016, we're gonna dial back a little bit, because we're cool like that. We understand what the gamers want. There's still a game and a movie coming out, so Assassin's Creed is still very present this year, so yeah, you're not really fooling us, Ubisoft. You did fool me at first, but yeah, I'm not that stupid. But that just seems to be the case nowadays. If a franchise is successful, then that's it. They're just gonna shove it down our throat as much as possible. And I know there are some people that like that. I was talking about this to my friend last night, and he was saying, I'll take as much Star Wars as I can get, just shove it down my throat as much as you want, I don't care. Even though the term shoving it down your throat has negative connotations, but I knew what he meant, and I could see a lot of people thinking like that. And that's exactly why they do it, because they know a lot of people will just eat that up, you know, movies every year. I feel like I haven't really made any points as to why I don't like it yet, and I'm going to do that now. I'm going to open this point by asking you a question. When have annual releases ever really benefited a franchise? I mean, obviously, financially, in more ways than one, it is great for business, it's great financially, it puts money in executives' pockets, of course it does. But as for the products themselves and audience reaction, does having a new entry in a game series or movie series every single year really benefit? I mean, in Assassin's Creed's case, having a game every year, like, the games often don't really release in a finished state. Like, often we know about the next game that's coming out before the one that we're waiting for is even out. Like, yeah, we don't have an Assassin's Creed game coming out next year, but we still have a game this year, a movie this year. We know that next year there's going to be one that's, like, set in ancient Egypt, which is cool, but because, like, they're going to be releasing it so quickly and then moving on to the next game so quickly, it probably won't be in a finished state. And even if, like, they are able to maintain a high quality like Marvel movies do, as fatigued as I am by Marvel movies, I don't really think I've seen a truly bad Marvel movie yet. Even if they're still good, I still get fatigued. Audiences can't take the same thing over and over again. Even if you don't go to see every Marvel movie, it still has, like, a cultural impact, and you still can't really escape, like, such a huge franchise like that. It kind of dominates. I mean, the reason there is a Marvel movie every year is because it is so popular, so even if you don't go to watch Marvel movies, you can still be fatigued that they're around and they're always being forced down your throat. Again, a negative connotation. And I just feel like Star Wars is better than that. I feel like, when I went to see Force Awakens, I was saying to my friend, oh my god, we're gonna see a Star Wars movie in cinemas right now. That's what's about to happen. What a time to be alive. I'm about to see a Star Wars movie in cinemas. I'm gonna get to hear John Williams' Star Wars theme in the cinemas. That's amazing. I never thought I'd be able to get that chance in my life. In a few years' time, it's gonna be like, okay, cool, it's a Star Wars movie. I'm not going to be bored by it, because it's Star Wars, it's still cool, but it won't be exciting. Like, the fact that it's exciting that a Star Wars movie's coming out, that's something they should try and maintain, you know, something they should try and bottle up, because up until now, they've had 3 Star Wars movies, and that's it for another generation. Then maybe 10 years later, 20 years later, come back with 3 more, audiences are all hyped up, but this time, we've got Episode 7, we've got Rogue One, and Episode 8 the next year, probably in between Episode 8 and 9, we're going to have that Han Solo prequel that they want to make. I've heard they want to do a Yoda prequel, a Boba Fett prequel. it's too much. Everything that I said about Marvel in my superhero movie fatigue video kind of goes with this as well, but it's Star Wars. Star Wars, it's too good for this, you know? And I don't think Marvel isn't above that kind of thing. I don't really think any franchise should be put to annual releases, but this is Star Wars we're talking about. I don't want this to happen. I don't want Star Wars to stop being exciting. I don't want Star Wars to become this new business, financial decision, marketing thing where it gets shoved down our throat. That makes me sad to think about. When I was a kid, seeing a movie in cinemas was the most exciting thing ever, just because that's what going to the cinemas and seeing a new action spectacle movie was like as a kid. And I had that feeling watching Force Awakens, because they handled everything right, they handled the trailers right, they didn't reveal too much in the trailers. It felt exciting to watch a movie in cinemas, even, like, aside from the fact that it's Star Wars, it still felt exciting. Watching it in cinemas at the time, it felt amazing, it felt exciting. I keep using the word exciting because my thesaurus is not good in my head. What did that mean? I just don't want to get to that point where I'm making that video like, Star Wars movie fatigue, another year, another Star Wars movie. I don't want that to happen, and I feel like usually when I make videos like this I have more than one point to make, whereas this video was just me making one big point instead of like loads of little points. But that's really all I have to say. Yeah, I don't know if this video will just end up being really short or just the same length but with more rambling. I don't know, either way, I really don't want that to happen to Star Wars. I'm really bummed out about this. I really hope they handle this in a way so that it doesn't feel like too much. I don't know how. Even though my friend was making the point that they're not all numerical sequels, like, yeah, Rogue One, that's not Episode 8, it's just a side thing. But then again, you know, Advanced Warfare was a side thing, but it's still a new COD game. It doesn't mean it's any less fatiguing. You know, I mean, if you look at Civil War, that's not the Avengers, that's a side thing too. But it's still a Marvel movie, you know? It's still the same franchise every year, and it's gonna... Hollywood has a way of, like, overwhelming us with something when they realise that we like it. And Star Wars is just too... It's too big of a thing to make into such a small marketing ploy. I don't want that to happen. It's too cynical. It's way too cynical of a thing to do with such a cool concept, to shove it down our throats. I don't know, I just don't want it to happen, and I feel like it might, and when it does happen, I'll use this video to say, I had a feeling that would happen. I knew you'd end up feeling this way, even though you denied it before. You do feel that way now, and I knew you would, because I got this video to prove it. And that's all I have to say, so thank you for watching, I guess. Thank you for listening to me ramble. Thank you for listening to me ramble and messing up words, because I'm not good at talking, ever, even though I make videos with me talking in them. Why do I do that? Anyway, that's all I have to say, so see you next time, bye! Why do I always end videos like that? Oh yeah, I also end these videos by saying, do you agree, or not? Let me know in the comment section below, get a discussion going. I usually say that in these videos, but I didn't say that this time, so there we go. Let's talk about it. Do you agree, do you not? I don't know, let's talk about it. Do you think Disney and Lucasfilm will do a good job of keeping it fresh, even though there'll be a new movie every year for the next God knows how long? Or will this just be the next Marvel, where it'll be like another year, another sci-fi space opera movie with, you know, Luke Skywalker and Leia and Han Solo and everything? I don't know, let me know. Am I just being cynical, or do I have a point? I don't know, let me know. Anyway, bye. I'm not ever going to be any good at ending videos, am I? After all these years, I'm still not any good at it. God damn it.